In this video, we're going to talk about how you enroll a new wholesale customer or a new distributor into your Jeunesse business. And before we actually get into the enrollment process, I just want to point out that hopefully you've already learned how to set the placement left or right in your back office. And so that you've already set that before you start to enroll someone. If you don't know how to do that, then look for the video on this same page that talks about setting your lock placement to the left or the right. And you want to go in and make sure that's set correctly before you enroll someone. Okay? But to enroll someone, you go to your replicated website, which you get there by typing in your Jeunesse username, followed by a period, followed by JeunesseGlobal.com. Just like you can see up here on this address bar, it's Bob W. That's the username that I'm using for this demo. JeunesseGlobal.com. And when you do that properly, you will see in the upper right hand corner your name, phone number, and email address that's stored in your back office. Now you can actually control that in your profile in your back office, what's displayed there. You can have just your name or just an name and an email, or all three identifying pieces of information. That's a setting in your My Profile in your back office. But assuming you have all three of them turned on, then you'll see your name, your phone number, and your email address. That tells you that you've put your username in correctly and you are enrolling someone onto your team. Now, if you come to the Jeunesse Global website without a username, I've got another tab open here I'm going to switch to and show you what that looks like. The website looks the same, except that there's no name, phone number, email address up in the upper right hand corner, and there's also no links for preferred customer or to get in contact with you. So if you can enroll from here without having your Jeunesse username in the URL, but if you do, if I come over here and try and click on the Join Now link, it's going to prompt me for a username, okay, so that Jeunesse knows whose team they need to put this enrollment on. Okay, so we're not going to go that route. I'm going to close this tab down. I'm going to go back to the correct replicated website, and I would click on the Join Now link. That will bring me to this page where I would choose the country or region that I'm enrolling from. So this is the not the country that you necessarily are in, but the country from which they are enrolling. So if you're enrolling someone out of the country, they need to pick their, or you need to pick whoever's doing the enrollment, the correct region. But we're going to assume that someone is enrolling within the United States, so we'll choose that. And we're going to leave it set to English and then click Continue. We're going to check this I agree box to all of these terms and so forth. Click Continue. Now, I just want to point out here while we're waiting for this to load that depending upon the region or the country that you choose, it will change the screen that we're looking at now. As I scroll down here, there are a few options that will be different. In the United States, there are two different starter kits. You can get one with a wristband J drive and one with a keychain J drive. In some countries, you don't get a choice. There's only one, and you get whichever one that is. The sign-up packages are different depending on what country you're in as well. So in the U.S., they have all these different sign-up packages. In the UK, for example, there's only a couple of packages. So your screen may look a little bit differently than what you're seeing in this little demo, depending on which country the person is signing up from. But back up here at the top, again, just to make sure that you're actually enrolling someone into your team, you want to double check the sponsor name and the sponsor ID. Make sure that is your name and your ID. And as long as they're correct, then you're good to go. Then you go through and just fill out all the information on this screen. Now, I'm not going to fill it out for this demo because if I do, it will create a false record in the Jeunesse back office and possibly lock down somebody's social security number, so we don't want to do that. But you would fill out your information, come down here. If you're in the U.S., you can pick which of these two starter kits, the wristband or the keychain. And then, depending upon what kind of a sign-up you're doing, you're going to choose one of these sign-up packages. Now, if you're enrolling a distributor who wants to get started right away and wants to qualify to get paid right out of the chute, then they're going to choose one of these packages. from the top $17.99 package down to one of the $199 packages. Okay, all of those packages have at least 100 CV or more. So when they enroll with that package, then they will be qualified to get paid right out of the gate. You also have this option on the bottom to create a package where it lets you go in and choose your own combination of products, as long as the total CV of those products is 100 or greater. Okay. Now, if you're just enrolling a wholesale customer, you would not choose one of these packages. Or if you're enrolling someone who's just going to get enrolled today and they're going to buy their package later, then you wouldn't choose any of these packages. That's a little tricky here, because if you happen to select one of these packages by mistake, there isn't any way to unselect it. So you kind of have to reset. If you see here at the bottom, there's this reset button that you can click to kind of clear the form out and start over again. So just be aware of that. But going back to if you were signing up a wholesale customer, okay, then you would leave this package section blank, okay, and down here on the bottom, instead of hitting complete sign up, you would hit continue shopping if they wanted to, say for example, get a box of Instantly Ageless and sign up as a wholesale customer. So you can get product that's less than 100 CV if they're just signing up as a wholesale customer, but you would do it by clicking on this continue shopping button, not using the create a package. If you choose the create a custom package option, it will force you to choose at least 100 CV in product, because they assume that you're trying to qualify as a full-blown distributor right out of the gate. So there's a little bit of a nuance difference there, whether you're just signing up as a wholesale customer or as a full-blown distributor right out of the gate. So once you've made those appropriate selections, then you either hit continue shopping or complete the sign up. And I can't show you the next screen without filling all this out with a legitimate person. So we can't go to that point in this demo. But the next screen, just follow the instructions on the screen. They're going to prompt you for the credit card information and so forth. And then you just finish out your process. And it's really just that simple.